banking in HSBC, but in layman terms, it's corporate banking.
Okay, great. Awesome, yeah, awesome. All right, lovely. Final gentle reminder to everybody, keep your cameras on. As I said, it's a mandate to keep your cameras on in these interview sessions. And we can pick on anybody and say, chal Niksham, ab tu bolega, Rupin ab tu bolega, ya Arvind tu bolega. ठीक है भाई? तो भाई, be ready for all such sessions. Before we get the party started, first of all, quick check. All the general, okay, just type in your percentile. At what percentile you guys have got a call? फटाफट. Just type in your percentile at what percentile you've got. General वाले पहले, हाँ, बाकी शांति से. ओके, अगर जेम हो तो वो भी बता दो. 90.68, 90.98.01. मोहिनी जनरल बहुत बढ़िया. ओके, डू मी अ फेवर टू गेट अ बेटर क्लैरिटी. इट्स हेल्पफुल फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. टाइप पहले जनरल वाले. टाइप इन योर परसेंटाइल. Are you gem or a non-gem or a GNM or a Jeff, comma work experience as well. All right, that's going to be really helpful. Okay, great. Gem 99.22 SM call 99.03. Okay, great. All right. Okay. Okay, lovely. Gem fresher 99.77, 99.56. Okay, non-engineer 30 months work experience. Okay, great. So lowest is non-engineer 98 percentile 98.0. 5 years work experience. मोहिनीत बहुत बढ़िया यार, बहुत बढ़िया. तो 5 साल वर्क एक्सपीरियंस पे लखनऊ की कॉल नॉन इंजीनियर को 98 परसेंटाइल में भी आ रही है, विच इज गुड. 98 3 साल का एसएम की भी कॉल आ रही है. ग्रेट. हाईएस्ट बीइंग 99.79 सो फार. 99.56, 99.77, 99.90 सागर. ऑल राइट, गुड. And 99.90 Sagar or 99.77. Okay, lovely, great. Okay, Baki, SC candidate, फटाफट just type in SC. In the similar way, this profile, I need to know at what percentile you guys are getting a call. हाँ भाई, everyone, फटाफट. Okay, SC and then we'll come to OBC. 90, okay, great. 90.5, 90.95, okay, SM call, rest of the folks. Okay, OBC can also join in. फटाफट. SCM 97, 92, okay, great. Non-gen AVM call 98 पे, good. 88 पे AVM का भी call है, 98.92, good यार. Okay, lovely. So lowest being 92 percentile with 42 months experience. 91 पे भी call आ रहा है लखनऊ का, which is in OBC candidates. Okay, lovely. 9.6, okay, lovely. Anybody EWS? PW 92, okay, good. Okay. OBC 99.41, all right, good यार, good. बहुत ही बढ़िया, ठीक है. Okay, 98.89, all right, good. 94 PWD. EWS 96.3, okay, great. So EWS को 96.32 पे भी कॉल आ रहा है. Okay, PWD 94, PWD 94, okay अमन, बहुत ही बढ़िया. Thanks for this यार, thanks for this. मैं मेरे से क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, तुमसे पुराने वाले कौन है यार? All your toppers of टर्बो इंटेंसिव वाले पुराने वाले कौन है? Just type in टर्बो 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 इंटेंसिव इंटेंसिव इंटेंसिव. फटाफट. ये मैं हमेशा सवाल पूछता हूँ, पुराने वाले जिन लोगों को बहुत पढ़ाया हुआ है वो कौन है भाई? टर्बो टर्बो इंटेंसिव इंटेंसिव इंटेंसिव, फटाफट. Turbo Sudikshna, okay, good. Intensive, all access pass, okay, great. Okay, rest of the folks, just type in turbo turbo. Mox वाले कौन करे वो भी बता दो भाई. Mox, okay. All right, super. Okay, Mox, okay, beautiful. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. चलिए start करते हैं यार. Let's begin. So what's going to be the agenda for the next 30 minutes around? We've seen you all, which is lovely. There are something which are already there. You guys know that. You download the PDF for sure. और आज हमारा जो सेशन चल रहा है वो सब बढ़िया है, बट आपको डेडलाइन पता है इसकी? क्या डेडलाइन? 13th है ना? 13th के पहले आपको ये फिलअप करना है, राइट? और आपको डाउनलोड करने को मिलेगा एंड देन यू टू फिल इट अप एज सुन एज पॉसिबल. एंड या सो यू विल बी एबल टू डाउनलोड इट बाय 13th. एंड जो भी तुम डॉक्यूमेंट अपना भर रहे हो उसके बाद 20 तारीख को तुम्हें ये डॉक्यूमेंट सबमिट करना है. और तुम्हें जो, क्या बोल रहा हूँ यार मैं, सॉरी, 10th जनवरी तक तुम्हें अपना फॉर्म फिलअप करना है. एंड 13th जनवरी तक आपको डाउनलोड की ऑप्शन मिलेगी जहां पे आपको डेट मिल जाएगा. एंड फाइनली 20th जनवरी को तुम्हारे WATPI शुरू हो जाएंगे. सबसे कम टाइम तुम्हारे पास है, 12 दिन का टाइम है. प्लीज डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम. एंड यू गाइस कैन सी द कंपटीशन राइट नाउ आल्सो इन दिस एंटायर प्रोसेस. One quick summary, this I've spoken on YouTube yesterday in the live as well. But now you guys have got a call. Forget about your CAT percentiles. Forget about what have you done in your past life as well. Your major focus is not going to be on your CAT percentile. Your major focus is going to be your the overall profile, as also along with your academic performance, diversity factors, work experience also, and also WATPI. But एक बात मैंने कल भी बताई थी, दोबारा बता रहा हूँ. PI का weightage is 40. And if you are not able to get minimum 12 marks, if you're not able to get minimum 12 marks in PI, you are screwed, you're gone home, खत्म भाई, आपकी पार्टी ओवर है for sure. बाकी चीजें आपको बताइए, बाकी कंपोजिट स्कोर वगैरह आप लोगों ने कैलकुलेट कर लिया. वी गोना स्किप इट आउट एंड वी गोना कम टू द जिस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स. सो लेट्स बिगिन. So today we've got 4 speakers in the house, and Rahul is there, Prantik is there. Prantik, I'm going to start with you. First of all, how was your interview experience, since you are a recent graduate of the college as well, and you are a very strong member of CATKing family? You've been trained with us and now you're training people. How was the interview experience? और थोड़ा सा डे जीरो नौकरी कैसे निकालनी है, एमबीबीएस कैसे निकालनी है, उसके बाद ही मुझे एंड में बताना. बट लेट्स टॉक अबाउट योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ IIM लखनऊ, एंड ऑल्सो यू कैन गिव देम सम टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स अबाउट लखनऊ एज वेल. I've got my own notes, but I'll let you do the talking for the next few minutes. Go ahead. Yeah, Prantik, you can unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry, sir, I missed it. So firstly, so I missed the question also, sir. I got
Okay.
dropped in front of a minute. Can you reiterate the question once again?
No worries. If you can shoot your profile, your pre-MBA
Yeah.
profile, and talk about your interview experience. And you've been training at CATKing past 4 years now. You've sent like more than, I would say, 300 plus people to IIM Lucknow every year. With your experience, how should they prepare for IIM Lucknow? Very, very specific to Lucknow. And first, your
Okay.
experience. How was your experience?
Okay. So before my before joining an MBA college, I had 2.5 years, that is 28 months of experience in TCS Digital. That was an IT experience, mainly doing some cloud computing things. And perhaps if you it's a bit of jump. So perhaps if you see the work which I do right now in deals also has something to do with IT over it. Uh, Coming back to the question, so I joined with a 28 months work experience. I was a general engineering male, and then my summers went very well. Again, I did my internship. I got a PPO. I have joined that. I only gave one interview. I mean, one company's interview in my entire 2 years. I didn't sit for finals in the placements as well. Uh, Now, coming back slightly before, your summers will exactly start around after your first trimester. So measures is not something which you have to take before your summers. So that will largely be depending on your profile that you have up till and until here. Coming to my interview experience, my interview was kind of a 10 minutes interview. That time there was a voting that was going on in Calcutta, where I am from. And I was in the ground zero, so I intentionally mentioned this word that in my introduction, they asked me to introduce myself. I intentionally mentioned that I'm from Calcutta, where the voting is currently going on, because that time Trivandrum was also having some voting processes, and there was one more place. The reason behind it is because I was expecting some questions so that I can divert my interview towards things which I'm comfortable speaking, rather than being taunt or being asked a lot of technical questions from my engineering stuff. First thing was that, and they caught that hook. They asked me a lot of questions, not a lot of questions, 3, 4 questions uh, regarding that particular voting process, and they've asked me very direct question that which party do you think will win the election. So I said, and they asked me the reason behind it. I said, we discussed a couple of points on why do I think of that. There was a justification which I gave. And apart from that, there were a couple of questions regarding my work. There were no GK questions. There were no current affair questions. There were no questions from engineering. So one of the hook questions which they asked, couple of questions on my work just a basic HR question, and that's it. It was a very smooth, one of the smoothest interview which I gave. And coming to my post MBA, where actually I got the opportunity to work with CATKing via Anisha ma'am and Rahul sir. Every year when I take interviews, I try to keep it like the way I have seen my friends or me giving an interview for IIM Lucknow. So Lucknow generally, they don't stretch the interview for way too long. They don't ask cases unlike Bangalore, or puzzles unlike Calcutta. If you will give them enough hook, if you will give them enough interesting points, these people always take those points and ask questions. But if you are from domains like economics, you are expecting that there will be an economic professor or faculty in your, or from finance faculty in your interview, and they do ask basic questions of finance and economics, because you will have to study that subjects in your first year, micro, macro, and 3 finance subjects in your first year, compulsory. So yeah, whatever domain you are from, mainly if you're a non-engineer, doesn't matter how many work you have, you are always expecting a couple of questions from your background, because you have to go through that trigger again in during the first year of MBA, irrespective what majors you had. I had majors in IT systems, marketing, operations, blah, whatever, 3 majors. But even if I had a finance background, probably my friends had finance background, they had couple of questions from finance domain in their interview. So it's not a huge interview, it's not a very long interview. There will be a lot of grilling in it, but there are some specific questions, there are some point-to-point questions which they ask you. If you are smart with your answers, you get in through. And as sir mentioned, now CAT journey is over. The bulk of your score is dependent on your personal interview. So if you don't excel over there, all this journey, whatever you had till now, will be in vain. So focus a lot in PI, and it's worth.
That's great. Thanks, Prantik. We've got a lot of questions coming in, but I'm going to park it out for a minute. And let me just go to Rahul from Rahul. Please go ahead with your interview experience here. That fatafat. My humble request to everyone: if you have any questions, please keep it towards the end. We're going to keep it, but let's listen to that. But normally in these sessions, everything is planned. Whatever you need to know in this 45 minutes of time. Yeah, bhai. Rahul, go ahead. Yeah.
So hi everyone. So my interview also lasted for broadly 15 minutes. But unlike Prantik's, my had a little grilling included. So I think it was planned in the way that they were trying to stop me from saying anything. So it started with a basic introduction wherein they wanted very pointers in terms of, okay, you just give me pointers, education, work ex, yes, no, internship, yes, no, and whatever. So nothing that way, but yeah, then again, they gave chances. There were few trick questions involved. So I think that depends on faculty to faculty. And then joining as a fresher, so mine included a little bit of my education, like my bachelor's degree. So as a fresher, they will expect you to know the subjects you are good at. So that depends. Secondly, yeah. So IIM Lucknow is famous for no GK, no current affairs. So that goes. It's very rare that they'll try to take you into those directions. Unlike IIM Kohikode, I'll say. So that is there. Apart from that,
Rahul, sorry for interrupting. तेरा profile क्या थोड़ा profile बता दे अपना. Before.
sorry. So BCom honors from DU, and then IIM Lucknow.
Okay, perfect. And zero work experience. Great. So what subjects like thoda freshers janta? Bhai,
So
all
yeah,
the
so I mean, so I joined in from BCom honors, so my questions mostly revolved around economics, around finance, and a few basically like the brain teasers. But mostly economics and finance, any professor would expect you to know. So that goes on if you are joining from a BCom degree. I've seen for my colleagues who joined as an engineer fresher, so their subjects involved, their interview revolved around the engineering subjects. But yeah, as a fresher, you can't let go of the subjects you have learned before.
your UG subjects for sure. Great. Thoda economics के अंदर, if you remember some kind of questions, what do they ask in economics as well? I'll show you the slide for engineers quickly, but economics के लिए क्या क्या सवाल पूछ रहे हैं?
So they'll keep on digging into any answer you will give. So I mean, mine started with, I think, Porter's forces. So which are the 5 forces where you can apply them. So yeah, it's not just the basic theory which you will know. So it's not important that I know the 5 forces, but then they'll ask you, Acha, where in real life you can apply. So with a kind of company you are evaluating, how will you apply Porter's 5 forces? What is your take on those forces? So they'll keep on going into that. So like have an opinion on everything and anything you'll say, more than the theory. Of course, theory is important, but at the same time, your opinion and your take on the theory is also important. And for finance, I think my revolved around how do you calculate beta, what is beta, which all factors does beta depend upon. So it was mostly on those lines that, okay, you are evaluating a stock. So evaluating a company, evaluating a stock, what's the reference? How will that go? So yeah, for finance, it was mostly that. Economics, mine was Porter's 5 forces and my take on it.
Okay, lovely. This is amazing, yaar. This is amazing. Okay, great. So apart from this, I've taken some notes on that. What you have to do is फटाफट go to the dashboard. जिस दिन जिस कॉलेज की तुम्हारी कॉल आएगी ना, पहला काम एक कर लिया करो, अपने डैशबोर्ड पे जाइए और फटाफट ये डॉक्यूमेंट उठा लिया करिए. दिस डॉक्यूमेंट इज ऑफ द कॉल्स. You want to give respect to the calls, give respect to yourself as well, because 10 दिन में interview है. This is a very good docket of IIM Lucknow. This has got all the possible consolidated questions past available on all the possible social media, and more importantly, CATKing family as well. Now you are sitting around 77 plus people, and there'll be a set of around 102 page का document है, and you'll get a fair idea. Like for example, अभी पता चल गया कि it's not going to be like IIM Calcutta or an IIM Lucknow. And when you read the document, make your 10 pointers कि लखनऊ ऐसे interview ले रहा है, because most of the time professor are also on the similar line. So 64 interview experiences are there, and most of them are latest. But you'll get a fair idea about the 5 years what's happening in there. I'll give you my 2 cents on that. अच्छा, we'll talk a little bit specific about IIM Lucknow as well, because एक question जो कि आपको पक्का पूछने वाले हैं इंटरव्यूज के अंदर जो आने वाले हैं, why Lucknow, why not other colleges, what other colleges you have. अहमदाबाद, बैंगलोर, कलकत्ता वालों को पक्का पूछेंगे कि भाई तेरा अहमदाबाद आ गया, अभी बैंगलोर क्यों नहीं, बैंगलोर आ गया कलकत्ता क्यों नहीं, कहाँ जाएगा, किधर जाएगा, कैसे जाएगा, वो स्टैंडर्ड सवाल है. वो जैसे हम एबीसी की कॉल जाएंगे, विल डिस्कस मोर ऑन दैट एज वेल, बट देयर आर सम इंटरनल डिस्कशंस अबाउट लखनऊ विच विल टॉक अबाउट इन अ मिनट. बट बिफोर दैट देयर सम जनरल ज्ञान, बैच प्रोफाइल, प्लेसमेंट स्टैटिस्टिक्स, वो सब चीजें अवेलेबल है आपके लिए, वो सब छोड़ दीजिए. नाउ दिस इज वन स्लाइड समरी when I was going through this interview. So Lucknow looks for academic consistency, learning ability. अगर आप learn कर सकते हो, ये नहीं बोलते कि तुम्हारा पहले से मैथ्स ठीक होना चाहिए, वो बोलते हैं हमने कैट में टेस्ट कर लिया, पर आपकी लर्निंग एबिलिटी आके कुछ सीखोगे नहीं सीखोगे, विच मीन्स समटाइम्स दे गेट टू द एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर को करिकुलर. जिनका वर्क एक्सपीरियंस बहुत बढ़िया है, स्ट्रॉन्ग है, बहुत ही अच्छी बात है. यू गाइस कैन हैव अ क्विकली लुक एट द वर्क एक्सपीरियंस ऑल्सो. And there's a very good diversity on work experience, and 143 plus people come from IT analytics already who are coming into the whole system. And the total, if you see 2 to 3 years वाले जनता is 176, and 102 बच्चे 1 to 2 year वाले भी हैं. But 0 to 1 year वाले nearly, let me zoom in, मोहिनीत को दिख नहीं रहा है, हाँ ठीक है. तो 203 ऑड बच्चा इज जो कि 0 to 1 year एक्सपीरियंस है. तो अगर आपका वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है तो लखनऊ ऐसा कभी नहीं करेगा कि आपके इंटरव्यूज वर्क के ऊपर ना हो. तो अपना वर्क एक्सपीरियंस बहुत तरीके से कर लेना. आई गिव सम रिकमेंडेशंस आल्सो ऑन वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, आई कम टू दैट. They also look for jack of all trades. Most of the people I know from Lucknow, they're all like people like Prantik, people like Rahul. They're a jack of all trades, multiple things, curriculars, extracurriculars, school head boys, head girls, सब काम किए होते हैं. Awareness of current affairs, they will not go much into that. Like if they can ask about current affairs, they'll be like, okay, what do you think about budget? अगर तब तक किसी का लेट इंटरव्यू चल रहा है, बजट की बात हो रही है, तो वो पूछ लेगा तेरे को क्या विचार है, या अभी फार्मर्स इशू दोबारा आ गया मार्केट में, क्या इशू है यार वहाँ पे, व्हाट डू थिंक अबाउट दैट, इतना हो सकता है. Or more or less, if they're talking about the Sensex stock market crash which happened like in the last few weeks, have been like rough ride for Sensex. तो what do you think about that? बेसिक उतना अवेयरनेस आपको आना चाहिए. अनलाइक जीके ऑफ आई एम कोई कोड और कैप राउंड, गवर्नर कौन है, तुम महाराष्ट्र के सीएम कौन है, पहले सीएम कौन था, क्या गड़बड़ी, कितनी सीटें हैं राज्यसभा एमपी के अंदर. एबिलिटी टू हैंडल प्रेशर. एट द सेम टाइम लखनऊ कैन गो इनटू हिंदी एज वेल. प्रांतिक एंड राहुल, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, हैव यू ऑल्सो हर्ड इन योर पास्ट लाइफ लाइक लोग प्रोफेसर हिंदी में बात कर रहे हैं भाई, क्लास में भी जब पढ़ा रहे हैं, यहाँ इंटरव्यू भी हो रहे हैं, हैव यू ऑल्सो हर्ड दैट?
Yeah, yeah. Not even in Hindi, local language as well. There are a lot of Bengali professors in Lucknow. The entire statistics department or economics department are led by a lot of Bengali folks. So
अच्छा.
they sometimes ask you questions in Bengali, but I prefer to answer in English. But they are like, "Oh, you're from here." Then they ask you something like this.
ओके, ग्रेट ग्रेट. तो भाई लखनऊ का इंटरव्यू वो सीधा शुरू हो जाएंगे, अरे ये सब छोड़ो यार, अपने बारे में और बताओ हमें, वो हमें पता है तुम इंजीनियर हो गया तुम्हारा, टेल मी, तुम्हारी कोचिंग वाले ने तुम्हें रट्टा मरवा के भेजा, वो शुरू हो जाएंगे हिंदी में. लखनऊ ओनली लाइक क्रॉसेस द लाइन ऑफ गेटिंग वेरी कैजुअल. व्हेन यू रीड थ्रू द इंटरव्यू विल कम टू नो कि ये तो रटा रटाया आंसर है टाइप्स, ठीक है. नेवरदलेस, सो फाइनली दिस इज एन ओवरव्यू समरी. ऑफ कोर्स कॉन्फिडेंस तो होना चाहिए. एंड if they're pressurizing you, don't get pressurized. Lucknow normally goes straight forward into the question. No buck, no bakwas, no idhar udhar ki baatein. Whereas Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, we've seen following a structure. Tell me something about yourself, experience, work experience as well. जो तुम्हें नहीं पता है वो तो बोलना ही नहीं है, तो डैमेजर है फॉर श्योर. अगर आप बंगाली हैं तो सामने बंगाली प्रोफेसर है तो वो अलग कनेक्ट होता है, तुम्हारा प्रांतिक नोज बेटर, तो वो देख लेना. माई बंगाली प्रोफेसर देवशीष सर एंड आतिश चट्टोपाध्याय, लाइक उनका अलग ही कनेक्शन होता है. तो एनी विच वेज वो तुम देख लेना अगर आप बंगाल से हो. दीज आर द फ्यू ओवरव्यू. फर्स्ट वन, फ्रेशर्स ऑन द हाउस. टेक यूजी किस लेवल तक जाना है, टीक्यूएम क्या होता है, ये मैकेनिकल वाला बंदा तो उसको पता होना चाहिए. क्वालिटेटिव मेट्रिक्स क्या होते हैं और क्वांटिटेटिव मेट्रिक्स क्या होते हैं, विच यू हैव यूज्ड फॉर क्लाइंट इवैल्यूएशन. नाउ व्हेन वी स्टार्ट सेइंग ऑल द आईटी फोक्स ऑन द हाउस, आईटी वाले कौन कौन है भाई, जस्ट टाइप इन आईटी. हाँ भाई, आईटी वाली जनता कौन कौन है, हाँ भाई आईटी फोक्स. ओके, भर भर के रेयान, अक्षित, ओके ग्रेट, सौरभ बहुत बढ़िया. आईटी जनता, सर आई एम डूइंग क्लाइंट फेसिंग रोल, प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट रोल, एक्सेट्रा, एनालिटिक्स, जो भी तुम काम कर रहे हो, तो ये देख लेना, आपको पूछ सकते हैं क्वांटिटेटिव एंड क्वालिटेटिव मैट्रिक्स एज वेल. व्हाट्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस और क्वालिटी कंट्रोल क्या होता है. इसका पूरा इंटरव्यू इज गोइंग टूवर्ड्स टीक्यूएम ओनली एंड क्वालिटी ओनली. दैट्स नंबर वन. वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, व्हाई द स्टील स्टॉक्स हैव अप्रिशिएटेड ड्रामेटिकली. So this guy said, I'm interested in the, मैं इंटरव्यू का समरी दे रहा हूँ आपको, I'm interested in the finance side of it and stocks में इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ. And which company started Six Sigma? हाँ भाई, जीके सवाल. Which company started Six Sigma? I am closely associated with this company as well. Anyone? Any guesses? Toyota, no. ओके मोहित जी नहीं आंसर गलत है जी नहीं है जी एक्चुअली जी मेड सिक्स सिग्मा फेमस मैंने तुम्हें कंफ्यूज किया है सिक्स सिग्मा वाज सो कॉल्ड इन्वेंटेड बाय मोटोरोला and then G was the first one to save $1 million on in that no it was Motorola and the G made Six Sigma famous and everybody was lean was done by Toyota of course Toyota being the operations head any which are highest density population Lucknow or Banaras सो लखनऊ वाले बीच में अगर आपको चांस देंगे पर्सनल लेवल पे कनेक्ट करने का तो वहां पे कनेक्ट करने का मौका मिलेगा प्लीज करिएगा फाइनली वाई एमबीए और भाई तू मास्टर्स करके अपनी फील्ड में क्यों नहीं अच्छा कर रहा पीपल डोंट डू दिस मिस्टेक इफ यू आर गोइंग बी फोकसिंग ऑन योर इंटरव्यू टू मच ऑन योर मैं अंडर ग्रेजुएट में तोप था टॉपर रहा हूं शुरू से ये शुरू से वो बड़ा इंटरेस्ट है केमिस्ट्री में तो आपको ये क्वेश्चन आने वाला है कि भाई तू क्यों स्विच कर रहा है अपना एमबी के अंदर तू इतना प्यार करता है अपनी फील्ड को तो एकदम मॉडेस्टली बोलना सर आई रियली एंजॉयड एंड लर्नड अ लॉट नाउ आई वांट टू मूव इट आउट यू शुड नॉट बी स्टक हियर फाइनली इफ यूर इनटू हॉबीज एज वेल अगर आपने इंटरव्यू के अंदर अपनी स्टार्टिंग में हॉबीज डाली तो दे कैन आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन अबाउट मैनेजिंग योर हॉबी बट समराइजिंग द थॉट इट्स गोइंग टू बी ऑन योर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस एज वेल एज योर टेक साइड continuing the session forward quick 5 second check are you guys with me so far yes or no all you 84 और जनता and I think YouTube पे 111 लोग हैं भाई all good yes or no yes all right good stuff great भाई बहुत बढ़िया ओके आईटी पे भी कॉल है अच्छा बाय द वे यूट्यूब जनता जो लोग लेट जुड़े भाई तुम भी टाइप करके बताइए कितने पर्सनल पे आपका कॉल आया भाई हाँ कितने पर्सनल पे कॉल आया साथ में जनरल एससी एसटी भी लिख देना ठीक है बढ़िया आगे बढ़ते हुए moving on to the next part let's make it very specific to Lucknow because in the interview you should start preparing about these things called as why I am Lucknow also so Prantik sir or Rahul you guys can talk a little bit more about these club names what's happening about the Lucknow and which they can link their story also because this is the question which is going to be asked as well disclaimer this is just a starting point of your answer so that you know deep dive into that बट फाइनल आंसर ऑफ वाई आई एम लखनऊ वाई अहमदाबाद बैंगलोर वो हम और डिटेल में करेंगे और हर एक बंदे का कोशिश करना यूनिक होना चाहिए पर आज थोड़ा सुन लेते हैं क्या हो रहा है कॉलेज के अंदर ग्रेट हु वांट्स टू स्टार्ट इट प्रांतिक सर यू वांट टू गो फर्स्ट
Yeah, I can. So first thing foremost, so we have owned Sangharsh after 3 years. So this time Sangharsh was organized in IIM Lucknow and we own it. It's very important at least to know it's a big event, right? All the ABC comes in and L, these four colleges play this tournament. So at least you should be knowing the clubs and committees, or probably if you are someone fascinated in sports, they can also ask you about what are the events that are there in Sangharsh. I guess uh, yes, IIM L own this time, and that is also by a huge margin. So there are 20 events. At least you should be knowing. If you are a sports fanatic, that's a very uh, probable question you can be faced with. Apart from that, if you are someone who likes singing or performing, there is a dramatic club, there is a singing club. It's very important that you know something about that particular college. The reason behind it, which I feel, is that if you are coming in my campus, if you're having that wearing that t-shirt which will be with you for the next whichever years of your life, it's very important that you put some effort to know that college before you're getting inside it. So if you are someone passionate about singing and there is a singing club, 3.4 I believe, Sudhanshu sir was a member of that club, so you must be knowing that because you need to do some research about that particular college which you are passionate to get into. Again, dramatics club, there is a Etrigan, Synapse, बहुत ज़्यादा clubs है. I'm not telling you to know all the clubs and know the agendas of all the clubs, but at least your interest, you should be knowing those clubs. It's good always if you can tell something about that campus, about that college, their mission and vision, which they uphold. It really makes a lot of difference.
Excellent. Rahul, you want to add something very specific about what's happening inside Lucknow so that their answer gets sorted?
Inside Lucknow, as of now, it's Sangharsh only that you need to know. But yeah, like Prantik said, that you can't go to an interview, say, ki, okay, I love dramatics, I love acting. I mean, I'm a Bollywood buff, or I like watching Hollywood movie, and then don't know, ki, okay, what Abhivyakti is. Because then basically you are just bluffing. So you can't go to an interview, say, ki, yeah, I'm Lucknow is like my best call. I want to be in IIM Lucknow at any cost. And then you haven't even opened the IIM Lucknow's website and gone through maybe one or two clubs and committees. So that is very important. You need to have something to back whatever you are saying. So if you like arts, if you are like, I've seen a few people who join the interview with their art sketchbook, and then say, I want to be in art strokes, and see, these are a few of the examples which something which I've done. I mean, that used to happen in face-to-face interviews. I don't know, this time it's happening face-to-face or online.
It should be face to face, I think.
Any which ways it's happening. So yeah, I mean, you need to have examples. So 600 minutes. I think these are 8 or 9. There are around 20, 14, 15 clubs, again, 8, 9 committees. So you need to at least know any hobby you are saying, yeah, this is something I want to do, back that up.
Understood. Great. And for example, investment club कौन से, अगर आप फाइनेंस में जाना चाहते हो, देखो भाई, I would like to be part of the, जब YMB का आंसर करना है, ये भी ऐड कर देना यार. मैं तुम्हें 30 सेकंड ऑफ टॉपिक जा रहा हूँ. When they ask you like why IIM Lucknow, तो always people try to get this answer कि why IIM Lucknow का answer is because Lucknow मेरा ड्रीम था, IIM के अंदर पढ़ना, prestigious institution है, फैकल्टी बड़ी तोड़ है, वो सब सही है यार. It's always, it looks very very selfish, you know. And today I'm giving a multi-million-dollar tip, which you should understand, that you should also give an answer in which how you going to contribute to IIM Lucknow. समझा? मैं जब IIM Lucknow में आऊंगा, because I was a part of the placement cell in my school at SPJain Bombay, or sorry, and NIT Surathkal, I would like to contribute in the placement cell, or whatever network I brought in, I would like to plug it down. Or I would like to join the finance club and take it to the next level. So I'm going through all the clubs, but I would love to, I've done some work on podcasting, so I would love to open a podcasting channel for IIM Lucknow, which I would love to host, and I would like to have some professors also on board, because we get such a great alumni coming on campus. Now, this is the real answer. This is the real answer. For more information on this, I would recommend you to, as we've said enough, you guys go to the website. Normally, there's a news section also on the website, but abhi news mein sab kuch yahi chal raha hai. But you guys can check it out, all the news possible, which are there on the website. Check it out. क्या क्या न्यूज सेक्शन के अंदर हो रहा है, क्या क्या उनके फ्रंट में हो रहा है, अबाउट IIM लखनऊ, कितना कैंपस है, all the engineers, civil engineers learn about how IIM Lucknow का building structure is made, कितना बड़ा campus है, what's your recommendation about the building, everything you should be knowing about IIM Lucknow. तो website बैठ के पूरे अपने notes बना लीजिए बैठ के, what's happening right now, what's the current batch size, कितने हमारे students हैं, कितनी companies coming on campus. Dare you talk about the placement numbers? 1 करोड़ का पैकेज गया हाईएस्ट, पहली बार ऐसा हुआ कि domestic package is higher than the international package ever. So don't talk about, it's not a placement agency. Any B school director which I also meet when I take the interviews of them, so they always use this word कि भाई हम placement agency नहीं है. Talk more about Samvad, what's happening on Samvad right now. They'll be really amazed to know that that you are also keen on such things as well. Okay, this is lovely. Okay, I think we are done with our session number 1 for the day, and tomorrow's session is going to be for, I think, IIM Calcutta, which is going to be happening at the same time. But any parting thoughts or any questions, you can do a quick Q&A as well with all the 87 odd people right now who are listening to us. हाँ भाई, हाँ भाई, ABM के लिए सेशन अपन अलग से करेंगे यार, ये वाला सेशन तुम्हारे लिए नहीं है. हाँ भाई, और कुछ यहाँ ABM के लिए कुछ ज्ञान देना है तो if you guys are aware, Prantik.
Yep. First and foremost thing about ABM, that's a beautiful thing. Sometimes even people, there is also a course in Ahmedabad in the same thing, but उन लोगों का placement, they have a complete different placement. But ABM people in Lucknow get placed with the PGP people. So I have a friend who, Naman, his name is, he actually interned with Google. He was an ABM guy, by the way. So you have a combined placement. आपके second year you will have a major compulsory for ABM with 4-5 subjects, but वो छोड़ के everything is same. Okay, you can select your majors in marketing, operations. It's not that you are from ABM, you'll only be getting placement in companies which are like in that category. You are free in open field. You can, wherever your CV will hit, you will get shortlisted and you are good to go for a placement.
Super, great यार, great. Okay, any more questions? Sir, beard रख सकते हैं. बियर्ड एकदम सपाट, एकदम वो नाई होता है ना जो पेड़ के नीचे बैठा होता है नाई, 20 रुपए वाला, उसके पास जाना, वो एकदम वो क्या होता है, वो क्या उस्तरे से करवा के एकदम एकदम क्लीन स्लेट. हाँ, कोई बियर्ड नहीं रखनी, कुछ नहीं रखना, एकदम सफाई सफा चढ़ो के जाना, जैसे मर्जी तुम चोमू लोगो, कोई टेंशन की बात नहीं है. ठीक है, डन है. हाँ, ओके ग्रेट. हाँ, SM के लिए कुछ ज्ञान थोड़ा सा. SM का अलग कैंपस में होता है ना, इट्स हैपनिंग इन द नोएडा कैंपस, राइट?
Yes.
SM is on the Noida side. I'll try to do a session with the SM focus also. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Great. Any more questions? बाकी भाई, 2 advice right now. Number 1, bloody get serious right now. Okay, this is not the time to chill around. 12 दिन रह गए हैं, 12 दिन के बाद तुम्हारा लाइफ डिसाइड होने, तो तुम प्रांतिक बनने वाले हो या राहुल बनने वाले हो, HSBC बैंक में जाने वाले हो बेन के अंदर, ये 12 दिन के बाद डिसाइड होने वाला है। और कई लोग तुम जाओगे सुबह डे 0 पे। अब कितने इंपॉर्टेंट है 12 दिन, वो तुम्हें समझ आने चाहिए। तो 99% लाया, 98% लाया, कुछ कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। अब तुम्हारी कॉल आ गई है, तुम बस पढ़ो। डोंट मिस आउट एनी ऑफ द सेशंस फॉर श्योर विच आर हैपनिंग इन नाउ ऑनवर्ड। ठीक है, डन है, ग्रेट। Okay, application form key questions. I'll try to do a video on that, Shashank. I didn't get time to speak more about it, but I'll try to do the video on that. But it's basic one. And if you're communication design students, but just know your stuff. You come in the weird category, which is really amazing. Okay, lovely. Okay, great. And Sangharsh is a sports festival, by the way. I've given my BA chemical integrated course, but being in COVID, I don't remember anything good. So learn everything and anything, whatever you remember. Don't say मैंने COVID में किया था. All the undergraduate folks, your 2 subjects should be ready for sure. Subject number 1, subject number 2. मेरे जैसा पैनलिस्ट अगर मुझे बजानी हो किसी की, मैं बोलता हूँ चल अपना फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट बोल, वो बोलेगा यार मैकेनिकल है, थर्मोडायनामिक्स, बोलता ये छोड़ यार कोई और दूसरा बता। फिर हम आस्क क्वेश्चन ऑन दैट। मुझे पता है वो पढ़ाई करके है उसके बारे में, तो थोड़ा सा ध्यान से, ठीक है, बढ़िया। डू प्रॉडमैन कंपनीज रिजेक्ट एबीएम? यार एबीएम, ओके, नथिंग अगेंस्ट एबीएम, प्रॉडमैन कंपनीज शुड रिजेक्ट एबीएम फॉर श्योर, फॉर श्योर। एग्री बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट करके तुम यार, मतलब क्यों जाना है तुम्हें, समझ आ रहा है? तो होना ही चाहिए ऐसा। तो अभी एबीएम वाली जनता, मेरी हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है, एबीएम वाली जनता, IIM लखनऊ में जा रहे हो, प्लीज एबीएम सेक्टर में ही जाओ। IIM अहमदाबाद के लास्ट डायरेक्टर ने आके पूरा न्यूज में डाल दिया था कहीं भी हो गया, हम IIM अहमदाबाद का एग्री बिजनेस कोर्स बंद कर देंगे, बिकॉज एग्री बिजनेस वालों को गोल्डमैन सैक में जाना है। ठीक है, तो कोर्स बंद हो जाएगा अगर तुम ऐसा करोगे तो। ठीक है बाकी, बाकी राइट राइट प्रांतिक, व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दैट? मतलब ऑफ कोर्स मैं भी शायद तुम्हारी जगह होता, मैं भी गूगल एम करता, जैसे प्रांतिक का दोस्त गूगल में घुस गया। राहुल, प्रांतिक।
But he did his internship. He couldn't convert. Probably that could be the reason. But I've seen very less people converting a Protman. I haven't seen anyone rather converting. They mainly get into sales, marketing, operations roles sometimes. But uh, difficult for a ABM guy to get convert to until unless you have a very rich work experience before your MBA.
Right.
Otherwise, it's difficult.
राइट। और मेरी रिकमेंडेशन है एबीएम वालों को, भाई धोखा मत करो अपने साथ। 2 साल एमबीए पढ़ रहे हो एग्री बिजनेस की, उसके बाद नेस्ले में जाओ ना, उसका पूरा रूरल मार्केटिंग हेड करो बैठ के, समझ आ रही? तो तुम्हें ब्रॉडबैंड में क्यों जाना है? थोड़ा थोड़ा सा अपने साथ खिलवाड़ मत करो इस उम्र में जाके, इज माय रिकमेंडेशन। फ्रेशर फ्रॉम एसएससी, डू यू शुड कंसिडर मोर ऑन एकेडमिक्स और इंटरव्यूज, फोकस ऑन पर्सनालिटी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन, फोकस ऑन रॉनक एवरीथिंग एंड एनीथिंग व्हाट इज गिवन ऑन द डैशबोर्ड, लर्न ऑल द थिंग्स व्हाट आर पॉसिबल ऑन द डैशबोर्ड, सब कर ले, इट्स गोना बी गुड। ठीक है, डन। स्कॉलरशिप नीड ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट फॉर एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर, यू नीड ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट फॉर एवरीथिंग। Okay, now you're reminding me of the session which we do when the converts happen. You need to have certificate for every shit what you're writing right now. Okay, हर चीज का सर्टिफिकेट होना चाहिए, नहीं तो आपको रिजेक्ट कर देते हैं वो लोग। सीवी पॉइंटर बोलते हैं उसको, हर पॉइंटर हर सर्टिफिकेट शुड बी रेडी। पर अभी अभी के रखे इनिशियल वर्क टेक्स्ट चलेगा भाई, बहुत टेंशन की बात नहीं है। ऑलराइट, ग्रेट। अच्छा भाई, लास्ट 1 मिनट फॉर द डे, ऑल यू 85 87 और जनता, थैंक यू सो मच। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल खुश तो हो कि नहीं, लखनऊ की कॉल आई है यार? अनम्यूट करके बोलो थोड़ा।
Yes, sir, we are happy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Definitely. Yes, sir.
बहुत ही बढ़िया, गुड यार, गुड। नहीं नहीं, खुशी खुशी करना और बढ़िया करना। और बाय द वे कैट 25 वाले भी तुम्हारी बातें सुन रहे हैं। होप माय वीडियोस वर हेल्पफुल इन द जर्नी, वर दे केप्ट यू मोटिवेटेड, यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
शुड आई कीप डूइंग व्हाटएवर आई एम डूइंग?
For sure, sir.
Yeah.
चलो भाई, बढ़िया बढ़िया। एनी वन और टू गाइस, सिर्फ कैट 25 वाले भी तुम्हारी बातें सुन रहे हैं, एक उनको भी मोटिवेट करके जाओ, कुछ जान पेल दो कोई बढ़िया वाला, या कोई मेरी बात ही याद हो रही हो वही बता दो भाई, फटाफट। लास्ट थिंग फॉर द डे, वन एडवाइस, फटाफट। दिव्यांशु बोल, अनम्यूट करके बोल दे भाई।
Sir, I think सबसे ज़्यादा 999 वाली बात ही याद आती है. Maybe this year it was 11-11-11, but still pretty much stands true.
It pretty much stands true. It keeps you going throughout, right? It keeps you going throughout the journey. Good, yeah, good, awesome. 999 last year was 99, yeah. This time it was 11-11. Great. Anything else? Any advice to the younger generation? यशिका कुछ बोल यार, लखनऊ कॉल आया, बड़े आदमी बन गए अभी तुम, फटाफट।
Yes, sir. I've been following you on YouTube and for a year now, and it is just really courageous of all of us जो यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, and congratulations. And आगे भी ऐसा होगा, all of them that are connected with CATKing for sure.
चलो बढ़िया बढ़िया, good stuff. Anyone else? One last parting thought 2025 की जनता के लिए.
Sir, you're the only one who gave me the confidence that I'll get a call of IIMs at the 88 percentile. And also, you are the one who cleared my doubts. I was like messed up with the different reviews of percentile, call predictors, and all. But you're the one who only gave me a clear idea of what I will be getting.
चलो बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया. I'm glad. Anything else? Last one, फटाफट.
I'd like to add, sir, for the students mainly, just give it your all. This is your last chance. Assume it that way and go ahead, give it your all.
बहुत ही बढ़िया, सुपर. हाँ रियान, तू क्या बोल रहे? अनम्यूट कर, मैं चैट नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूँ अभी यार. ठीक है.
One last thing I would say, everybody who's watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Chalo, good. All the best, boys and girls. Thank you so much. It makes me humbled. It makes me really, really proud. And I am sitting at 1:30 a.m. in the night on my suitcase right now. I am in Thailand. तुम्हारे कॉल आते तो मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे कॉल्स आ रहे हैं, but nevertheless, and it always happens. So we gonna turn the world upside down to convert your calls. Okay. So मेरी मेहनत भी रंग तभी लाएगी जब तुम्हारे कॉल्स कन्वर्ट होंगे. एंड प्लीज अभी तुमने जितना फॉलो किया, जितना भी किया, जो मर्जी किया, ये कॉल कन्वर्ट करना एक लेवल नंबर 1 है, पर लेवल नंबर 2 है अंदर जाके प्लेसमेंट लेना, बिकॉज यू सीन बेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल, राइट. कल रात को हमारा 500 लोग आए थे जब सेशन चल रहा था, एंड देवर पीपल लाइक ऑल हेड बॉयज, एंड यू आर ऑल हेड बॉयज, हेड गर्ल्स, नेशनल लेवल ओलंपियाड्स. इट्स गोना बी वेरी टफ. एंड बट देयर इज अ गाय लाइक Prantik who has studied from CATKing family and got day zero placement, got BN and Co, and he's coming back again. And you could be the one as well. But it all is going to be happening at right now for the next around 10-12 days. What you guys have for your calls? तो जिनकी और बड़ी बड़ी calls आएगी वो वाली convert करेंगे for sure. Are you guys going to work hard, guys? Yes or no? All right, lovely. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone, and all the best. May God bless you for all the calls. This is the land of Buddha. I'm in a place called Chiang Mai. I'll pray for you tomorrow, all of you guys, so that you guys can go and kill your calls. ठीक है, चलो भाई. God bless you guys. Take care. I'll see you in the class tomorrow evening. And कल मेरा class है रात को 10 बजे का session. Miss मत करिएगा. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Take care. Thanks,
Thank you,
Prantik.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Prantik. Thank you, Rahul.
Yeah.
Thank you अपने सीनियर्स को भाई. मैं तो तुम्हारा पुराना घर वाला ही हूँ, घिसा पिटा, बट प्रांतिक और राहुल जी आए आज, बड़े बड़े आदमी हमारे साथ. Thank you so much. They're all saying thank you.
Thank
to
you, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Good
you,
night,
sir.
guys.
Bye.
Take care. Love you all. Keep
Yeah.
killing.
Yeah.
Keep you proud. Bye bye. Thank you, guys.